Welcome to part 2 on how to fix low energy and belly fat in 100 days. This is part of our ongoing series on 100 days, 100 men, 1 transformation. 75% of men 40 plus in South Africa are overweight, if not obese. And this has become a problem. So what are we providing here is, this is a proven roadmap for those men to help them wherever they are. If you do it at home, if you're doing it from your local gym, or if you're coming to us here at Dream Body Fitness, I want to give you a roadmap. I need to engage you and show you that you're not the way you were because you're weak. You're not the way you were because you're lazy. You are the way you are because you're misinformed and uninformed. If you've been reading and getting most of your advice from most of our fitness magazines, chances are you've been misinformed and uninformed. Because fitness is exactly like law, it's exactly like medicine, where it's easier for people to perpetuate a false promise than face the fact and collect and correct whatever it is that they did in the past that doesn't work at all. When it comes to energy, most people will always tell you, and the most common excuse given for people not working out, they always say that they don't have time. But that, for me, I find that, as I've clearly stated, I find that to be an excuse. Lack of time is simply lack of priority. If you have a priority, then automatically you'll make time of it. But priority is a very simple thing for me here. Values decides your priority, and your priority takes your time. So when most people say that they don't have time for exercise, all I hear is that exercise is not valuable, that being fit and being healthy is not a value, that being a good man is not a value, that being a role model father, that is not a value, that being a provider for your family, that is not a value, that being a leader to a work, being a leader in your business is not a value. Because energy plays everything. It is impossible for you to be a good father until you become a good man first. And it is impossible for you to be a good husband until you become a good man first. And there is no way you're going to become a good man until you take care of yourself. A tired man cannot be a good man. And if you're not a good man, you cannot be a good father. You cannot be a role model father. If you're a tired man, you cannot be a good husband. You cannot be a good father. All those things, they all start with energy. When it comes to energy, we always relate energy to people that are engaged in a physical activity, sports people, people that physically have to exert themselves. If a person is a construction worker, we think they need the energy. But if somebody is a sports person, we think they need the energy. But we forget that all of us, energy plays a very big role in every area of our life. If you have no energy, you cannot do anything. And majority of people that will tell you that I don't have time to exercise, I don't have time to do this. But the same person will have 2-3 hours later on when they get home to watch a soapy, to binge watch Netflix. It's not a time issue. They just don't have the energy to go exert themselves physically. The cause of energy is nutrition. So if you look at this, I need you to look at your body as a system. Like any other system, there are 4 things we have to look at. Here, we have what we call output. This one here is what we call process. Then here, we have what we call, here is input. Here is output. Then at the bottom here, this is what we call feedback. Now these arrows show you how this works. Like any other closed system, you have input, and the input here will be food. What is the process? Digestion. What is the output? Energy. What is the feedback? Positive. What does that mean? Do more of this. This is as easy as our lives work. So if you have low energy, automatically it means this input is wrong. Apart from food, the other input here is sleep. If you're not sleeping well, here, what does it do? Process, it's rest. Output is high energy or low energy. Feedback, negative. You're tired the whole day. What does it mean? You have to change something that you do. Now, low energy equals more belly fat or high body fat. More belly fat equals low energy. Now, it becomes a vicious circle. So unless you look at your life and unless you look at your body as a system, look at this and live your life and look at your exercise, look at your nutrition, and look at the way you live as a system. Live it as a scientist. All these are data points. You collect this data. There's no emotions here. This feedback tells you what you need to do more of and what you need to do less of. So if you're constantly tired, it means your input here, the food you put in, either they're the wrong foods or your digestive system is wrong. The output there makes you tired, and automatically the feedback here is you need to change. If you're not sleeping enough, if you're drinking, but drinking alcohol rather than drinking water or drinking whatever it is that is supposed to completely hydrate your cells, which means your body is hydrated, then you're going to struggle. So what are the bad causes what are the main things that sap our energy? Number one here is bad sleep. Majority of South Africans, unfortunately, they have a television in their bedroom. The second thing is poor time management and poor energy management. You can manage your time as much as you want, but if you don't manage your energy, you won't have the energy to do what needs to be done. So it is more important. Energy management is much more important than time management. And what are the drivers of energy management? Energy management is driven, number one, by rest, which is sleep. Sleep is your body's recovery system. Sleep is the best way, it's the safe button on your brain. If you want to focus, if you want to be productive, you have to sleep. You buy more time by sleeping. Most people think by sleeping less, they're buying more time. No, that's a lie. Because you're working longer, but you lose your focus. So you need to sleep so that you can do more in the shortest time possible. So energy sappers here, bad sleep, poor energy management, which is poor nutrition, and wrong workouts. Going to the gym and doing too much cardio, you become more depleted rather than being more energized. Going to gym for a very long period of time, working out without refueling your body properly, all those things change you. Now, how do we fix this problem? 3 ways. Number one, you need to optimize your nutrition. Nutrition is the most important thing when it comes to life. We don't understand how important food is. Eat your food as medicine or you'll eat medicine as food. It's as easy as that. But majority of people, unfortunately, if you ask them when was the last time they ate a home-cooked meal. I did that exercise in the gym the other day. Out of talking to 50 people, only 3 people cook at home. We live in an era of convenient meals, microwave meals. Anything that is ready in 2-3 minutes, I can guarantee you is not nutritious because all the digestion has been done for you. It might look like food. It might taste like food, but your body cells does not recognize it as food. And the side effect of that is the more you eat of it, the more hungry you get, because you see it as food. It tastes like food, but when it gets broken down, your cells are not fed, and they send a signal straight into your hypothalamus and say, I want more food. And that's why you find most overweight people are starving at a cellular level, because they're not eating the right food. The second fix here is smart training. Your workouts must burn fat and boost testosterone by building muscle. If you're just doing cardiovascular exercise, because smart training means we have to break your exercise into a couple of times. One, we need to do resistance training. You need to build that muscle, because think of your arm in a cast, a broken arm. You put the arm in a cast because you want to support it. But when you take the cast off, is the arm bigger, stronger, or is it smaller and weaker? Of course, it is smaller and weaker. And it's the same thing with our bodies. If we're not taking our bodies through stress, and the only way to get your body to grow and resist that stress is to build muscle. I've got calluses in my hands here, and this calluses comes from training weight, because my body had to grow the calluses so that my hand does not get infected from the open wound. For it to survive, I build calluses. And it's the same way we build muscle. You need to consistently keep on pushing your body. And how do we do that? Number one is by training by heavy weights. But when I talk heavy, I don't mean you go heavy to a point where you can't recover, you injure yourself. Number two is by reducing the amount of time in between rests, and that's where HIIT exercise comes in. Number three is to increase your muscle under tension, which means you're going slow, same weight, but it's taking longer period to push that weight coming up. Even if it's a push-up, you're counting 1, 2, 3 going down and 1 up. The slower you go, the more gravity forces that muscle to adjust, to adapt, to get bigger, so that you don't tear up muscle. Number three here is we need to learn how to recover. Most people are very good at exercising. Majority, I've seen people that will never miss a workout, but they constantly keep on missing meals. So recovery is not only from sleep here, but recovery also comes from nutrition. You don't grow muscles working out. You grow muscles outside the gym. We come into the gym to break the body down. If you had to take a biopsy of your muscle after working out and look at it through the microscope, you'll see your muscle tissue is completely torn. So when we go into the gym, we are beating the body down. We're breaking down the body. And that's why you find most people, if you go do your blood works, after you've just had a very high intensity workout, last 2-3 days, it will always show that your cholesterol as being very high. And most doctors, without asking you what you did previously, they'll always tell you that your low density LDH is so high, LDL, it's so high that you need to go on statins, which is your cholesterol medication. But that's not the case. The case here is simply because you pushed your body, and because you tore down your muscle cells, your body has to increase your cholesterol, because your cholesterol is the building blocks for your immune system. Your immune system feeds off cholesterol. So high cholesterol means that your body can fight off. And the only way for it to fight off at that time is to build that back, those muscle fiber, make them bigger, make them stronger, so that the next time you can push heavier weights without tearing something down. Sleep is important, nutrition is important, and managing stress. You can eat right, you can exercise smart, but if you constantly under stress, chances are you're not going to make it. So this 100-day plan that we have created, 100 days, 100 men, one transformation, it's very structured and it's very much science-backed system. It is a system. Everything that we do is a system. We know what you're eating. We exactly know what's happening inside your body. We can measure what the output is, and then we can consistently change it. So everything here is we're using a biometric assessment. There's no guesswork. If you cannot expect what to, you expect, inspect what to expect. If you're not inspecting it, you cannot expect the results. If you cannot measure it, you cannot manage it. So everything is very much science-backed system here. You're doing your assessment every 14 days, every 2 weeks, to make sure that we don't waste time. You don't have time at this age to consistently keep on guessing on what kind of outcome that you want. If it doesn't work like this system here, we know where to tweak so that we get the outcome that we want. The second thing that makes this program different is we are focused on sustaining energy and fat loss. If we are losing muscle and increasing fat, then we're losing. We don't want that. We don't want a man that is a skinny, fat man. We don't want, you are born small at birth, but dying small and weak is a choice. You want to die strong. You want to die big. You want to die muscular. One of the things I always tell people is the day I take my last breath, I need the 6 men, the pallbearers, to say, shit, this fucker was heavy. Yeah. They have to work to take me into the ground. And the third thing that makes this program different, of course, there's no fads. There's nothing that we're doing here that we're testing on you. I'm the guinea pig of my own programs. I've done this. We've had 15,000 men that have gone through this program in the last 12 years. So this is real. This is lasting results. And you'll see as we go on ahead, you'll come to meet some of these men in the gym. You'll come to meet some of them online in their testimonials. Let's see what these men are seeing. Let's see what these men are doing. Let's share with them what our obstacles are. What are the challenges we're facing? Ask them questions. Let them, these are real life people that are going through real life issues and they've come up on top. Let me know which of this makes sense to you. What is it you don't understand? Remember to always share, like, subscribe to the channel, and as usual, I expect to see you at Dream Body Fitness. God bless and take care of yourself.